My name is Elaine Carter, and if you ask anyone in my family who the responsible one is, they'd all point to me. Maybe it was because I never had children of my own, maybe it was because I loved playing the role of helper, or maybe it was simply my nature. I was the one who remembered birthdays, who made the extra casserole at Thanksgiving, who sat in gym bleachers through long soccer games when no one else could make it. When my older brother Mark remarried, his wife Denise brought a son into our lives, Ethan. That's how I gained a step-nephew. At first, Ethan was shy, hesitant, and almost painfully quiet at family gatherings. You could see the uncertainty in his eyes, the way he kept to himself. It broke my heart a little, because I could tell he was trying to find his place. So, I made it my mission to make sure Ethan never felt like an outsider. At family cookouts, I'd ask him about his favorite music. At Christmas, I gave him thoughtful gifts, not the generic socks and sweaters adults give teens, but sketchbooks when I found out he liked drawing, and headphones when I saw how much he loved music. I cheered at his games, even if I didn't always understand the rules. Over time, his walls came down. He started talking more, laughing more, and soon enough, he began to look at me not as just his stepdad's sister, but as his Aunt Elaine. Years passed quickly. One summer when Ethan was 21, we shared a moment that would stick with me forever. It wasn't dramatic or scandalous, it was simple, human, and deeply meaningful. It all began with a sore back, of all things. Chapter 1. The Summer Visit. It was a hot, sticky July afternoon. Mark and Denise had decided to take a weekend trip for their anniversary, and Ethan stayed with me at my small house on the edge of town. My home wasn't big, but it was comfortable. 2 bedrooms, a cozy kitchen, and a porch where I loved to sip tea in the evenings. That day, Ethan had insisted on mowing my lawn as a thank you for letting him stay. He'd always been thoughtful like that, wanting to help. I tried to talk him out of it because of the heat, but he waved me off. A couple of hours later, he stumbled inside, sweaty and groaning dramatically, before collapsing onto the couch. Aunt Elaine, he groaned, pressing a hand to his shoulder, I think this lawnmower just ended me. I'm officially retired from yard work. I laughed, shaking my head. That's what happens when you push yourself in 90-degree weather. Didn't I tell you to wait until the evening? Yeah, I should have listened, he muttered, rubbing his back. But seriously, I think I pulled something. My shoulder feels like a rock. He looked so pitiful that I couldn't help but smile. You're too young to complain like an old man. Tell that to my back, he shot back. I hesitated for a moment. I wasn't a masseuse, but years of yoga classes had given me some basic knowledge about loosening tight muscles. Finally, I said, well, I'm no professional, but I could try to help. I know a few massage tricks from class. Ethan raised an eyebrow. You, giving massages? Don't act so surprised, I replied with mock indignation. I'm full of hidden talents. He chuckled and shrugged. All right, I'll take it. Can't hurt, right? Chapter 2. The Massage. I had him sit on a sturdy chair in the living room, with the afternoon sunlight filtering through the blinds. Standing behind him, I placed my hands gently on his shoulders. His muscles were tense, like coiled ropes under my palms. Slowly, I began pressing into the knots, using my thumbs in small circles the way my instructor had once shown me. To my relief, Ethan let out a sigh. Wow, that actually feels amazing. See, your aunt knows what she's doing, I said, smiling. You're a miracle worker, he said with a laugh. We both chuckled, and the room settled into a comfortable quiet. I focused on his shoulders, careful not to press too hard. His body relaxed little by little, the tension melting under my hands. You always know how to fix things, Ethan murmured softly. I tilted my head. What do you mean? Like, when I first came into this family, I felt so out of place. I didn't know if anyone really wanted me there. But you, he paused, taking a breath. You made me feel like I belonged. You always made sure I was included. His words caught me off guard. My throat tightened. Ethan, of course you belong. You always did. Blood doesn't make family, love does. And your family. For a moment, silence fell again, but it wasn't empty. It was filled with something tender and real. The hum of the air conditioner was the only sound, but I felt the weight of his trust. Thanks, Aunt Elaine, he said finally, his voice thick with sincerity. I gave his shoulder a gentle squeeze. Always, sweetheart. Chapter 3. Reflections. That night, after Ethan had gone to bed, I sat on my porch with a cup of chamomile tea. The cicadas sang in the warm night air, and the stars blinked faintly above. I thought about how fleeting time was. The boy who once clung to my side at family gatherings was now a young man with a deep voice, plans for the future, and his own struggles. Life moves so quickly. The massage had been such a simple thing, but to him, it meant more than just relief from a sore back. It meant safety, comfort, belonging, and to me, it was a reminder that showing up for people, in small, everyday ways, can leave the deepest marks. Sometimes family bonds aren't forged in big, grand gestures. They're built in laughter after mowing the lawn, in silly complaints about sore shoulders, in quiet trust during a simple massage. Chapter 4. The morning after. The next morning, Ethan came into the kitchen looking brighter and lighter. "Morning, Aunt Elaine," he said cheerfully. "Morning," I replied with a smile. "Sleep well, best sleep I've had in weeks," he admitted. "Seriously, I think that massage saved me. You've got magic hands," I laughed, pouring him a cup of orange juice. "Well, I won't charge you this time. But maybe next time, you'll owe me some dish duty." He grinned. "Deal." We both laughed, the kind of laughter that only comes when there's trust and ease between two people. Chapter 5. Years later. Time moved on. Ethan graduated, built a career, and eventually got married. At family gatherings, he always made sure to sit and catch up with me. Sometimes he'd joke in front of his wife, "This woman saved my back one summer. Best massage I ever had." Everyone would laugh, but I knew the truth, that it wasn't about the massage itself. It was about something much deeper. That one summer afternoon symbolized everything I'd tried to be for Ethan. Someone who made him feel loved, safe, and accepted. Someone who reminded him he was part of us, no matter what. And every time I remembered it, my heart swelled with the quiet, enduring warmth of family. Because in the end, it was never about sore muscles. It was about love. It was about family. It was about belonging.